Designed by Coco Chanel when in her 70s, the debut of the iconic Chanel 255 bag was the start of a new era for luxury handbags and a testimony to Chanel's innovative prowess. The Chanel 255 prototype was first released in 1929. Initially made from woolen fabric, a quilted jersey material, and featured a rectangular, twist-in lock with very short straps, which meant you could only carry it on the crook of your arm or as a clutch. Coco Chanel then updated and revamped the design she'd been involved in, and it wasn't until February 1955 that Coco Chanel debuted a shoulder-carried version of the bag, and the end product was called the 255, after the date and launch of the 255 bag in February 1955. The Chanel 255 bag was the first bag to transform the standard purse to the handbags we see today. Chanel understood the needs of the modern woman, including the need to be hands-free whilst attending social functions, and for the first time it became acceptable for women of considerable social status to carry a bag on their shoulders. This offered them freedom from the constraints of holding a clutch or a purse. The Chanel 255 bag was a revelation and instantly became a house icon. The Chanel 255 bag was then discontinued shortly after the release of the Chanel Classic Flat Bag due to the Chanel Classic Flat Bag's popularity. But the late Karl Lagerfeld eventually decided in 2005 to bring it back and release an exact duplicate of the original 255 in February 2005 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the original 255 bag. Karl Lagerfeld renamed the release the reissue 255 bag. The Chanel reissue 255 bag was offered in leather and jersey, and the hardware of the reissue 255 bag was offered in either a gold or silver tone, including the all-metal chain strap. The metal chain strap was actually said to be inspired by the caretakers and nuns at the orphanage Coco Chanel grew up in that used to dangle keys from their waist, and is also said to be inspired by soldiers' military bag straps, and even by the bridle and harness of horses. Some variations of the gold hardware offering were originally offered in 22 to 24 karat gold, but that offering has now been discontinued. Coco Chanel is said to have actually used many aspects of her life, including her childhood, to design the Chanel 255 bag. The Chanel reissue 255 bag features the burgundy-coloured interior, which is embroidered with Chanel's CC initials, and also has the Chanel stamp logo script on the inside with a Made in France caption. The deep burgundy hue of the interior is also said to represent the colour of the uniform that Coco Chanel wore at the orphanage where she was raised. The Chanel reissue 255 bag has a squarish rectangular shaped silhouette with a front flap that features a signature Chanel twist lock closure mechanism. The front lock featured on the 255 and the reissue 255 is called the Mademoiselle lock, which translates to Miss. The name was attributed to the lock due to the fact that Coco Chanel never married. The Chanel reissue 255 bag also features many signature Chanel house codes, including the quilted diamond or herringbone pattern on the exterior, the quilted pattern enhancing the reissue 255 bag shape and volume. The unique stitch pattern is said to be inspired by several sources, from the jockeys' riding coats at the stables Chanel liked to visit, to the stained glass windows at the abbey of the Uberzine orphanage that Chanel grew up in, and is also inspired by the cushions in Chanel's Paris apartment. Traditionally, the Chanel reissue 255 bag features a double flap, which means they have both the exterior flap closure and an interior flap compartment under the top flap. The Chanel 255 reissue bag opens up to a main leather-lined interior and has an outer flap pocket, and also opens up to one main compartment with two flap pockets inside and one small pocket, perfect for smaller items like lipstick. In addition, there is also a zippered compartment that's inside the front of the flap. This is rumoured to have been the place where Chanel stored her love letters in the original 255. And there is also a slip pocket at the exterior back of the bag, also known as the Mona Lisa smile. The Chanel reissued 255 bag is usually crafted in two leather options, aged calfskin leather or caviar leather. The Chanel aged calfskin stands up well to the caviar leather in terms of durability and toughness, to which the caviar leather is usually known for. Chanel's aged calfskin is also less likely to show scratches and other marks. However, it is a fairly soft yet durable texture that should still hold its shape for several years. Since its debut, the Chanel 255 bag has been reimagined and revitalized in numerous variations, colors and fabric combinations, including exotic leathers like snake and crocodile skin. Other variations include embellished denim, velvet and patent leathers. Apart from the traditional gold and silver hardware offering, there are also seasonal hardware offerings in antiques gold, the So Black edition, and hardware embellished with chains and pearls, in addition to iridescent detailing and even enamel. The Chanel reissued 255 bag is also available in a vast and wide array of colours, from primary colours to neutral colours. The Chanel reissued 255 bag is available in 5 sizes: the 224, the 225, the 226, the 227 and the 228, with the 228 being discontinued. The 224 is the small size, the 225 is the medium size, the 226 is the large size, and the 227 is the jumbo size. Although the name reissued 255 only applied to the commemorative handbags, it is now used as a name for all the handbags that look like the original 255, mainly referring to the all-flap style bags that have all metal chains and the Mademoiselle lock. The Chanel reissued 255 bag is a great everyday bag, the epitome of luxury and style, and holds the history and longevity of a true icon. No handbag at Chanel has ever had a longer history as the Chanel reissued 255 bag. The bag is not only the most iconic bag from the fashion house, but is one of the most iconic handbags in the fashion world as a pioneer. Trends come and go, but the Chanel 255 and reissued 255 bag has remained an undoubted and timeless classic. From the expert craftsmanship to the beautiful and rich history behind the bag, the Chanel Classic Flap is most definitely a classic and timeless forever bag. The story of the Chanel Classic Flap bag is rooted in the creation of the Chanel 255 bag. The original 255 bag had been redesigned multiple times over the years, but the most significant adaptation was created by the late Karl Lagerfeld in 1983. He introduced a new version of the 255 bag called the Chanel Classic Flap, also known as the 1112, the name originating from the style code given to the bag when it was first introduced. Lagerfeld made a few significant distinctive changes to the 255 bag to make the elegant and timeless classic flap. Updating and innovatively changing the classic square twisting lock of the 255 bag, known as the Mademoiselle lock, to the iconic Chanel interlocking CC lock clasp hardware. One of the main characteristic differences between the 255 and the Chanel Classic Flap. Staying true to the original whilst showcasing its own significant, sophisticated signature flair. The Chanel Classic Flap bag features the interwoven shoulder strap of both leather and metal hardware, another distinctive feature that separates it from the 255 bag, and the feature has now become a Chanel house code. The Chanel Classic Flap also comes in two main variations, a double or a single flap. The single flap version only consists of the main exterior flap. The double flap encompasses an extra interior that can be detached from the main interior. The classic flap with the double flap variation is constructed with a bag-in-bag construction technique, where the entire bag is made by slotting one bag, which forms the interior, into another, which forms the exterior, and then fusing the two together. This bag is then turned the right way round using the piqué retourne method. The Chanel Classic Flat Bag also features several pockets, just like the Chanel 255, making it very practical. There is the exterior rear curved pocket, actually nicknamed the Mona Lisa smile. There is one flat front pocket, two interior gusseted pockets, with the little pocket in the middle, designed to hold small items, and one concealed pocket between the double flap, at the inner flap, and the zipped pocket, otherwise known as the secret pocket. The Chanel Classic Flat Bag also features the signature burgundy leather lining, with the embroidered CC initial inside. The Chanel Classic Flat Bag is typically crafted in supple lambskin leather or caviar leather, which is easily recognizable by its unique texture, which has been treated to make the caviar variation resistant to water, whilst the lambskin is known for its buttery smooth finish and delicate nature. In addition, the leather is available in two quilting types, the classic Chanel diamond quilting pattern and the chevron quilting pattern. The Chanel Classic Flap is available in almost every material, from patent leather to denim, tweed, PVC, raffia, sequins, crystals, nylon and more, in addition to offerings in exotic leathers like crocodile and alligator. Chanel also sometimes do special limited editions to honour and celebrate special collections like the iridescent and perforated leather variation. Some special editions also feature different hardware options like the iridescent metals variation. Currently, the most common hardware offering available in the Chanel Classic Flap is the silver, gold, light gold and so black hardware. Special edition hardwares also comes in gradient, antiqued, age gold, ruthenium, enamel and other interesting finishes. The Chanel Classic Flap is available in a vast and a wide array of varieties and colours. And the Chanel Classic Flap is available in a plethora of sizes, including the mini rectangle, the small, the medium large, the jumbo size and the maxi, with the medium remaining arguably one of the most popular size options. There is also the mini square, but that sits outside the Classic Flap size offering. The Chanel Classic Flap Bag is a versatile and elegant transition bag, taking you easily from any day to night event. It can be worn over the shoulder, on the arm, held in hand, or as a crossbody. The Chanel Classic Flap Bag is a bag that has stood the test of time and continues to withstand the test of fashion and trends. Few bags have made a deep imprint on the luxury handbag industry as the Chanel Classic Flap Bag. The Chanel Classic Flap Bag is not just a fashion item, but a status symbol, distinctively classy and elegant. The Chanel Boy Bag was first introduced in Chanel's Fall Winter collection in 2011 and has fast become an iconic bag of the Chanel fashion house and a mainstay in Chanel's handbags that have been offered every season since its release. The Chanel Boy Bag pays homage to the love of Gabrielle Coco Chanel's life, Arthur Boy Capel, an English polo player and aristocrat, in addition to being Coco Chanel's muse and greatest love. Arthur Boy Capel inspired Coco Chanel's tendencies to push the boundaries of feminine design and play with the masculine accents in her style, and also inspired her taste for rebellious inclinations. Many of her looks went on to become so famous and subsequently inspired Karl Lagerfeld to create the Chanel Boy Bag. The Chanel Boy Bag was the first complete redesign of the Chanel Classic Flat Bag, and a bold and edgy alternative Chanel bag. More masculine and androgynous utilitarian feel than previous Chanel offerings. While still honouring many of Coco Chanel's original 255 house codes, the Boy Bag introduced some more modern updates with a distinguished and unique aesthetic. The inception of the Boy Bag started in 2010, when the late Karl Lagerfeld delved into the Chanel archives and came across a bandolier and cartridge bag, used for storing ammunition during a hunt. However, Coco Chanel had repurposed the bag for her equestrian trips, using the bag as a purse. Karl Lagerfeld used this as the inspiration for the Chanel boy bag and added his signature decadent flair and artistry through the use of heavy hardware along with various fabrications and enhancements. The aesthetic appearance of the bag caught the attention of many and signified a revolutionary turn in the Chanel handbag collection. Over the years, the Chanel boy bag has been introduced in several sizes, including a mini, a small, an old medium, a new medium, a large, and a jumbo, and a maxi size. With the new medium introduced in 2014, making the Chanel boy bag of that size more roomier than the old medium, with more organisation for your belongings, with the addition of 2 interior pockets for extra storage. The small Chanel boy bag is the ideal size for special or formal occasions where you do not want to carry much more beyond the essentials. The largest size being a great size for travel, as it provides ample room for a change of clothes and other essentials. The medium sizes tend to be the most popular, as you can get the best of both worlds, a little more spacious, and it's convenient enough to carry daily. The Chanel boy bag is available in many versions and variations of leathers, materials, and hardware. Leathers commonly used are the calfskin, caviar leather, and lambskin leather. The caviar leather has a textured surface, which means it is harder wearing, and the lambskin leather has a more luxurious and softer feel. Other luxurious textiles offered include tweed, canvas, denim, velvet, in addition to precious skin offerings like crocodile and python that are no longer offered as of 2018. Chanel also offers special edition boy bags like the So Black rendition and the iridescent variation. The Chanel boy bag is furthermore available in a vast and wide array of colours, from block colour variations to bi- and tri-coloured offerings. The Chanel boy bag features straight and clean lines and has a boxier, rectangular silhouette structure and angular corners, and is easily identified by its thick, rectangular main body panel framed by a raised leather ribbon and straight border edge contrasting the central body of the bag. The front flap folds over the entire body of the bag also, and is a great blank canvas for incredible embellishments. The Chanel boy bag is typically offered in either the classic Chanel diamond quilting or the chevron quilting on the body, in addition to the newer, sleeker reverso quilting, which consists of an unquilted body and a quilted border edge frame. Another distinguishable characteristic of the Chanel boy bag is its class look closure, bearing the iconic prominent, large, interlocked CC, squeeze lock, brick lock closure mechanism on the front flap, adding to the bag's industrial look. The hardware offered on the Chanel boy bag also appears more antiqued in comparison to the dainty jewelry look of the Chanel classic flap. The hardware is available in tones of silver, gold, and gunmetal, and oxidized finishes, but more options are also available on special orders, like the So Black and Ruthenian variation. The Chanel boy bag features an adjustable shoulder strap composed of a thick metal chain, referred to as the bijou or gourmet chain, due to its wider and heavier chain links, and also has a leather tab that sits on top of the strap for comfortability, not like the signature interwoven straps on other Chanel bags. Some variations of the Chanel boy bag also has an adjustable shorter leather strap for comfortability. All in all, the Chanel boy bag is a versatile bag. You can wear it as a crossbody or over the shoulder. Other variations of the Chanel boy bag even has an additional embellished leather and chain top handle, so you can also carry the Chanel boy bag by hand. The Chanel boy bag is a single flap bag, unlike other Chanel bags, and opens up to a fabric-lined interior and a hidden zipper compartment under the top flap. Rumoured to be symbolic of the secret pocket Coco Chanel incorporated into her original 255 bag to hide her secret love letters. The single flap gives the Chanel boy bag more of a roomy and simple interior structure. The Chanel boy bag fits more than the classic flap and the 255 and weighs less in comparison. The Chanel boy bag is another perfect day-to-night Chanel bag. The Chanel boy bag is highly desired for its utilitarian feel and more masculine shape, bolder and edgier. The Chanel boy bag is a versatile design, a departure from the more classic and more feminine Chanel handbag styles. Non-conformist, the Chanel boy bag strikes the balance between fashion and function, providing practicality whilst remaining effortlessly stylish. This is what makes the Chanel boy bag the quintessential Parisian accessory. A youthful, sporty and chic Chanel bag, effortlessly timeless and elegant, a stylish piece to consider for any luxury collection. Chanel debuted its famous wallet-on-chain in 1997, making it one of the first wallet-on-chain bags on the market. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag fast became another one of the most iconic Chanel bags ever made, and a true classic. When making that first step into the Chanel fashion house, getting the iconic Chanel wallet-on-chain is definitely a great place to start. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag features the same luxurious craftsmanship, standards and attention to detail typical of Chanel bags. The Chanel wallet-on-chain also features many of the Chanel house codes, like the signature interlocking CC on the stud button closure mechanism, the signature diamond or chevron quilting pattern, the interwoven leather and metal chain strap, the Mona Lisa smile exterior back pocket, and the embroidered CC logo on the inside. The original Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is a roomy wallet-on-chain that features the press stud snap closure mechanism on the front and opens up to a zip pocket on the inside flap that stretches down the sides of the bag. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag also opens up to one main compartment and features up to 6 card slots and multiple pockets, including a zippered one in the middle, pockets on either side, and a secret pocket which is zipped into the back of the bag. Lastly, there is also the signature Mona Lisa pocket. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is available in a variety of leathers, including lambskin and caviar leather, in addition to various material offerings from denim to suede. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is offered in a rainbow of colours, with new colours released every season. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is offered with different hardware options including gold, silver and ruthenium. Due to the popularity of the Chanel wallet-on-chain bag, it is also offered in a range of Chanel styles. Chanel boasts notable variations of the wallet-on-chain in the classic flap, the 255, the boy bag, the trendy CC and the Chanel 19 bag, and more. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag features the unremovable, interwoven leather and metal chain shoulder strap, making the Chanel wallet-on-chain very versatile, as you can carry it over your shoulder or as a crossbody, or even as a clutch or wallet with the straps tucked in. Notably, in 2019, Chanel made a few subtle improvements to the wallet-on-chain bag by replacing the snap button closure with a magnetic one. Some exceptions to this update include the 255 wallet-on-chain and the seasonal wallet-on-chain variations that sport the CC and Mademoiselle turn locks. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is also said to come in a mini version, the mini size being cheaper and includes 8 card slots, 2 compartments, as well as a slip and zip pocket and a pocket on the exterior. The size is apparently more spacious than the original wallet-on-chain, but with a shorter strap drop that has a leather panel on the top for more comfortability. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is definitely a statement piece, perfect for travelling light or great as an evening bag on a night out. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag will definitely be a staple for any luxurious collection. It can be dressed up or down in a variety of ways. The beauty of the Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is in its simplicity. The Chanel wallet-on-chain bag is a compact, lightweight and effortlessly stylish bag, chic and more affordable in Chanel handbag offerings. You are still getting the same classic and elegant Chanel aesthetic without sacrificing style.